And I would like to tell you something, instead of telling what all is written in the books and what you have read, I will tell you what are the myths which have to be demolished in medicine. Because Karl Popper, a great thinker, who was the professor of science philosophy in the London School of Economics in the 50s, had one principle. Knowledge, he said, I am quoting him, knowledge advances not by repeating known things, but by refuting false dogmas, of which there are many in medicine. One is, you must have run a, what is that called, marathon. A lot of people run a marathon. Let me assure you that running a marathon is a bad exercise, it's bad for health, and it's one of the disease producers. And running a marathon is one of the ways of detecting falsely some people whom we can make money out of. That's an industry. So running a marathon is a bad thing. 2, you must eat 10 times a day or 4 times a day or 8 times a day or 1 time a day. All these are myths. We still don't know how many times you have to eat. There are people who are very healthy eating only once a day. I have seen a lot of Jain sannyasis who do just take a little food and they are happy. I have seen people who gorge food 10 times a day and still doing well. So it all depends on your body constitution, and different people are different. No two individuals are alike in this world. So most of our medical studies in science, what are called medical science, are false because we compare individuals. You can't compare two individuals because two individuals are not the same. They cannot be the same and they cannot do the same thing. But what we do is we take them as RCT, randomized control trials. And recently it was found that these RCTs on which most of medical science is based are a fake. So you can understand how we base our scientific data on wrong scientific methods. And today science is not free. Science actually is so clustered and cloistered and imprisoned. Science is a prisoner of money, because money grant comes, and one who gets more grant is a bigger scientist. Yesterday I was traveling, I was having a couple of my colleagues in the university in the olden days before I retired, and one of them is still continuing to be called a scientist. He has not produced nothing, but he has produced so many papers and got so much of grant. The university likes him because he gets 2 to 3 crores of rupees every year for the university. So they say he is the best scientist, and this is what science is all about. And if you want to know what science is and where science is going, please read this book, Science Set Free. The book's name is Science Set Free, written by a great scientist called Sheldrake. And Sheldrake, Robert Sheldrake, is a great scientist in Cambridge University. And Bob has written this book because he showed how science is all now being imprisoned by money and greed and publication and grants. You take grant from people and then you can't give a negative report because the next grant won't come.